Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of News Daily. Today in the studio, we have Dr. Connor, Dr. Carter, and Dr. John. They will be discussing with us the topic of global warming. So, doctors, from my understanding of global warming is an increase in the Earth's average atmospheric temperature. And that happens when solar radiation comes down on Earth and bounces back into space in the form of infrared rays. A small amount of the solar radiation gets mixed in with the greenhouse gas atmosphere and our CO2 atmosphere. That traps so much infrared that the solar radiation, when that happens, there's an increase in the Earth's global temperature. Is that right?
Yes. Carbon dioxide levels have never been over the level of 300 million in the past 650 years until 2014. Also, more glaciers are melting to the date. The Boulder Glacier in Glacier National Park has melted in 56 years. Glaciers take a long time to form, and temperature has to be under zero for a long time, and when it melts, it means the temperature has gone above zero. Also, there are more wildfires occurring. In 1950 to 1959, there were 5 wildfires. In 1990 to 2000, there were over 40 wildfires. Also, Lake Chad was the 6th biggest lake in the world, and in 38 years, it basically dried up. It shrunk to 1/20th of its original size.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. If you were just tuning in, we're in the studio with Dr. Carter, Dr. Connor, and Dr. John. So, Dr. John, what are some ways to slow down global warming as an individual?
So what we can do is we can reduce, reuse, recycle. That means to use less, use stuff more than once. We can use electric cars so we won't use gasoline or oil. We can walk, bike, and skateboard. We can turn down the heat or air conditioning at night or when no one's at home. Join a naturalization project to help to save the environment. When you're in school, you can reduce classroom waste. Use both sides of the paper, don't waste it. Make your school buy solar power calculators if they have the money. Start or join an environmental club, organize an environmental fair, and tell people what our problem is and what we can do to slow down or stop it. What we can do for wildlife is we can plant trees, we can create a wild garden to shelter, learn about Canada's species at risk, and teach people how we can help them. These are just some of the things that we can do.
We will be back to you after this short message with more news today.
Wipe that punch off your face and put this on. We got a welcome party. Use that thing. Hi, boy. Here, use this. Well, that's a lot of guys. Let's take this outside. Think I got a little situation. Listen to me, you can hear. I think we give a lot of problems for consideration, but not for me. I was sitting.
Hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing? We don't kiss ghosts. Road Swan! What up? Outstanding use of the door. Now let's go. This should be fun. That was awesome. Okay, that is less awesome. Let's see what else this thing can do.
Welcome back to News Today. Now, Dr. Carter, how can you solve or slow down global warming as a team or as a group?
What we can do as a group is make a petition to make everyone drive an electric car and send it to your government official. We can make groups to plant trees and clean up wildlife areas. We can employ conservation sites for Canada's endangered animals to keep them safe.
Very good. Welcome to news today.
Kakakakapuya.
Connor!